In this section of our evaluation, I'm going to be discussing my question, what have you learned from audience feedback? But before getting into the actual feedback from our audience after watching our teaser, I'm going to go over one of the very first tasks I set out to do in order to shape our work. To have an idea as to what kind of film teaser we'd all enjoy and find manageable, we first had to brainstorm the genre we would feel suited us best. As interesting as it would be to do something like a sci-fi, we knew we wouldn't have the time or budget to pursue this genre. This is where our initial idea of doing a psychological horror came into play. Now it was my task to design a way of getting feedback from an audience to see what they would think of a psychological horror and what they would be interested in seeing. To capture this information, I decided to create a survey. This led to designing 5 questions, keeping them short and easy to answer with closed questions so that I could receive as much feedback as possible. To my surprise, I received over 80 responses to my survey link, which I published on social networking sites such as Twitter and Facebook. This surge in response would ultimately prove useful to us, as in previous years of media, survey feedback had been very minimal and helped little to aid my research. This view was also shared by the rest of the group, so having a broader audience feedback was most useful. However, after collecting data from this survey, I noticed a flaw in the feedback. As most teenagers of my age do, we tend to socialise with others of a similar age. This would mean that the data I received from social networking sites was predominantly from one age group of people. This is evident in the first of 5 questions I asked, being, "What is your age?" to which 90% were 15 to 17-year-olds. This at least told us who we should aim our teaser trailer at, and that the horror genre proved popular amongst younger audiences, my guess being the shock values horrors tend to have attached to them. The second question asked was, "What is your gender?" which was a very basic but effective question, allowing us to know what sex our audience would be. We had previously assumed that our teaser trailer would attract more boys, but we were proven wrong by the results of this question. Data showed that females were in the majority for this question, although not by a major difference. This allowed us to draw a line under who we targeted as an audience, both genders of a teenage to young adult age range. Our third question pretty much confirmed our initial ideas, as over 85% agreed they would be interested in watching a psychological horror, thus putting some truth to the claim that younger audiences are attracted to horror films. The fourth question of "Do you prefer jump scares or blood and gore in a horror film?" proved to be the most contested, as there were mixed results. Although most prefer jump scares, blood and gore was also a strong response too. This was where we had to come together as a group and decide what we'd be doing. After careful thought, we decided to steer clear from blood and gore, as it would ruin the conventions of a psychological horror. The final question was a clear landslide in results, as 76% wanted to see a more complex narrative in comparison to a simplified one for our teaser trailer. This sparked ideas with the theme of confusion, leading to the creation of characters such as the clown. So overall, pre-teaser trailer audience feedback proved essential to the creation of our work. We were now clear with the help of this survey, allowing us to set off and begin the planning stages. Gaining feedback from a wider audience other than my sixth form colleagues and other media students, I decided to publish links on social networking sites such as Twitter. Showing the teaser trailer, poster and magazine cover, I then asked for responses on what they thought about them. Here are some I collected which stood out to me. Although some were more useful than others when it came to feedback, we got an interesting response to our teaser trailer, many of which seemed to complement the music used. Being described as creepy and unusual, feedback showed us that our music was one of our best choices. Deciding to use an unconventional soundtrack which contrasted with the horror genre, we found that the disturbingly cheery Tiny Tim, who you can see now, was our best fit. The next link to be published was the magazine cover. Feedback seemed to revolve around the professional look of the magazine cover, and that we even managed to deceive an adult with our drive to make our magazine cover as realistic as possible. This tells me that we had achieved our goal of making it the way we had visualized it. A final piece of feedback from social networking sites was on the movie poster. Receiving comments on the professional look of the poster, it was described as being genuinely terrifying and creepy, which is exactly what we wanted, as we would draw in an audience and make people want to see the film, which we achieved in this tweet. The final comment we received on the poster was by far the most insightful to learning about what the audience feedback thought. It perfectly described the picture of the film by the way the clown stood behind Aimee, covering her mouth as if he was part of her own mind. What genre of film do you think this teaser trailer was after your initial viewing?
Yeah, horror.
Do you think our teaser trailer fits our genre of film, being a psychological horror?
Yeah, I think it fits the genre of being a horror. I'm not sure about the psychological bit. Yeah.
Same.
Do you think the teaser trailer was particularly effective in capturing the audience's attention?
The teaser trailer was very good at building up the suspense all the way through.
Also, I thought the music was quite fitting as well.
I think the ending was really good, how they had like snaps really quickly, but the first part was a bit long.
I like the first bit.
Would you be interested in watching this film in cinema?
I would, because it's quite unique to what's out there. Like these days, it's just comedies, and that's really it.
Yeah, also it'd be a good film to watch with your friends.
What age group do you think this film was primarily aimed at?
Looked up into the camera.
The clown was scary.
Yeah.
Also, when the
You don't know what's gonna happen to.
Was there any specific scene during the teaser trailer which interested or surprised you?
Yeah, when the actor looked up at the camera.
And the clown.
Yeah, that surprised me. It was scary.
Could something have been improved or done differently? Is there anything you disliked about it?
I think that if they cut the start of the film up a bit more, it was a bit too long, changing it from actor to clown, actor to clown. So yeah, that's one.
Also,
I felt like one of the characters who dragged the victim along, that was too long. So maybe probably for like 5 seconds and show other scenes instead.
I have the same opinion with what Jamal said, but when I was seeing the beginning, my mind started to change attention. But then when the clown came and stuff, then I guess the attention came back.
What is your opinion on the teaser trailer's sound? Did the music fit well or should it have been different?
I like the soundtrack because it was kind of creepy and stuff, and towards the end when it started to become distorted, it actually did build up the tension by watching the trailer and did really make me want to see what's happening next.
I think you could have used like harsh sounds a bit more to scare the audience a bit more. But yeah, apart from that, it was good.
What is your opinion on the teaser trailer's editing? Did the intertitles and title screen look authentic to you or not?
Yeah, I think the trailer where you put all the Lionsgate and stuff looked pretty good, and it flowed with the trailer.
I think it was very authentic from the start to the finish.
What is your opinion on the teaser trailer's camera work? Are there any particular camera angles you liked or disliked?
I like the camera shot when they were going past the pillars, because that tiny bit of darkness left you wondering what was going to happen after it.
I also like the close-up of the victim. I thought it was really effective.
I thought when she looked up at the clown, that was the best shot in the trailer.
I didn't like the far shot because it was quite hard to focus.
Magazine cover feedback. Does this magazine cover look professional to you?
Yeah, I think the magazine cover looks professional. I like the way that the actor is above the font of the title of the magazine, and I think that makes him stand out more as well. Yeah.
I personally don't like it because I feel like it looks professional, but it doesn't look like a film. It looks like something else. I wouldn't think it's a film.
Yeah, like if I saw it in a magazine store or something like that, like I would look at it, but like it wouldn't like interest me as in I want to see it. It would just interest me in why is there a clown on the magazine cover?
I like it because the whole thing is based around the clown. Like everything is just based around him, and he stands out. So the first thing you see is the clown.
I like the background.
Teaser poster feedback. What is your opinion on our teaser poster?
I think the poster is very creepy. I think it's more creepy than the actual trailer, and it made me want to. I think the poster is really good.
I like the use of saying God can't save you from him. that's like including the audience as well. But I think because it doesn't have a title on it, people didn't know what movie it's about.
So
I
it
like-
leaves that kind of mystery.
I like how it's focused on just the two characters and the background's black, so it focuses on just them two.
I like how it fits towards the genre. Like it won't confuse you when you see the poster. Like you kind of know what you're gonna go see.
So overall, here are the things we can conclude. Music challenged the conventions of a stereotypical horror. Slow build-up in tension was good. Editing was well done, transitions were smooth. Questions left to the audience made it an effective trailer. Fits genre of the film well, being a psychological horror. Professional magazine cover. Effective poster in capturing attention. Confusion over clown character. Magazine cover doesn't appear to be a film. Pace of teaser could have been improved. Editing could have been cut shorter. Loss of interest during start of teaser.